Next game is the Texans at the Titans in Nashville, Tennessee. The line on ESPN right now, Tennessee -10.
Yeah. So this game's going to be a blowout. I have no doubt about that. Tennessee's the best team in football right now. Best record in football.
Yeah, I believe on power rankings, they're up there 1-2.
And they're doing it even without their fucking workhorse and King Henry. The Vikings are going to Jesus Christ. The Titans are going to roll in this game. Texans aren't good. Tyrod has not looked great since he's come back. So
I actually haven't watched any of Tyrod since he's come back.
He's struggled. He looked good in the start of the year. He has not been great since. So I got Titans. -10.5 on my parlay. I don't think that this is going to be even close to a game. When Tennessee is beating teams, they are beating them handily. They're going to beat the fucking brakes off the Texans.
Yeah, so 10.5 is one of those large spreads. I hate taking those really large spreads because more than a 2-score win, it absolutely happens week in, week out in the NFL. It's just tough for me to say that that'll happen. I always have difficulty betting on those sort of two-score spreads. However, this game is being played in Tennessee, open air stadium, right? 58 degrees. Also projected for some precipitation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Adrian Peterson, he's had some fumble issues earlier in his career, but he's having more time with the team. He's gotten better with those fumble issues. That helps them out a little bit. The Titans are definitely a little bit more of a blue collar kind of run the ball type team. They've looked really phenomenal. I'll give the Texans credit; they have scrapped it out with some good teams. But by the end of the game, they end up losing. Texans are 0-5 away. They're playing away right now. I don't see them winning this game at all. The 10-point spread is rough for me. If I was like 7.5, I'd consider it. But I'm taking the Titans outright. I don't know if I can get behind the spread, especially with that weather. I think it does keep the score a little bit closer, a little bit more low scoring. But I absolutely got the Titans in this game.
Yeah, Titans. I have the spread. You're not on the spread, but it's the Titans, and it's going to be a landslide.
And look, I'm a little bit more conservative with my betting in general, just because, I don't. This is my first time going at sports betting, so I don't like taking those larger spreads just yet. We'll see. Maybe next year we'll see a bit of a shift in the Evo betting spreads. Next game, another early morning game. I say early morning at 11 a.m. here in Arizona, so it's midday game, and it kind of pisses me off when I wake up early and then I have to wait for fucking ever and just beat my fucking meat until the fucking football starts to play.
Yeah.
Hey, it gives me a little bit of time to get some collagen, so that's good. But we got the Jets and Dolphins being played in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Didn't we do?
We just did that one. Fuck me. Sorry, I jumped. Saints and Eagles being played in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We can edit that one out.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaving that in there. So this is an interesting game.
Eagles -2.5 on ESPN.
When I got this, I got it Eagles -1.5, and that's I'm taking the Eagles in this game. Jalen Hurts has looked much better. That Saints offense is not great. I believe Alvin Kamara is out again. They do not have a quarterback.
The Saints offense is reeling. So even Eagles -2.5, I'm taking that.
Mm-hmm.
Alvin Kamara is out. No true quarterback.
Nope.
Both starting offensive tackles out. Eric Armstead and Ramczyk, both out.
Yeah. And
both great.
Is so goddamn good.
Yeah. Both out. All right. So you don't have your bookends. You don't have your running back. You don't have a quarterback. Offensive production is.
Yeah, they're not good on offense now.
They got Melvin Ingram. Cool.
Mark Ingram.
Yep. Melvin Ingram's the defensive end. Sorry.
Who I believe was.
I'm drinking, people. Give me a
that's all right. I got the Eagles. And I'm sure Goose is going to be very happy with that pick as well. I got the Eagles. Eagles are getting better. Eagles are not going to make the playoffs. They're going to beat the Saints, though. They're going to basically start that downslide where we see the Saints completely tank the rest of the season.
I don't remember the exact stat, but I was actually listening to it on my way over here. They were talking about it on Sirius NFL channel 88, and so we talked a little bit earlier about the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, and he's a big part of their game and rushing and stuff like that. The Eagles they've not been putting up very much passing yards.
Nope.
Jalen Hurts is not much of a passer, but over the past several weeks, they've had the best rushing attack in the NFL. Surprisingly, they've been putting up over 208 yards a game rushing. All right. So, like last week, Jalen Hurts had around 160 something passing yards, which is not considered good for a quarterback in general, but they're still putting up over 300 total offensive yards, and a big chunk of that is coming from rushing. Part of that is Jalen Hurts because he is that mobile quarterback. He is able to run with the ball, and they're mixing in their running backs a little bit more. They weren't running the ball nearly enough early in the year. The Eagles are running the ball more. They're looking better with it. Eagles -2.5. I've got that spread all day. Playing in Philadelphia, and the Saints not having an offense, I don't think can compete.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I got Eagles. I was lucky enough to get them at 1.5, so I feel very good about that. Saints can't fucking score.
All righty. Washington football team and the Carolina Panthers being played in Charlotte, North Carolina. Carolina -3.5, and we saw the return of Cam Newton last week.
We did.
Pretty fucking cool to see him go. Look, I'm not like a Cam Newton fan. I'm not a Panthers fan or anything. I liked Cam going back to the Panthers. Not that it was called by anyone on this podcast ever, because why would we do that?
Who would have said that?
And then he goes out there and plays limited, and he fucking
scores 2 tuds.
Yeah,
scores 2 tuds in his return.
And you actually see it on the sidelines. The players are kind of like,
there's a little bit of juice.
Smiling.
There's a little bit of juice back
They're
with the Panthers
happy.
right
They're
now.
excited. Yeah, it makes it feel a little bit better about the Panthers in general, right? So I don't think that they're going to be a playoff team, though. This would be the story, right? You bring back in the vet quarterback who was your, number 1 overall draft pick, former MVP. He's vaccinated now.
Obviously, that's super important.
It would be, yeah. We're not a political podcast.
Nope.
But bringing him back, I think it was definitely a cool move for the Panthers. Like whether it's just a PR move or not, I don't think it was just a PR move. I think it just happened to be a good PR move for him because the fans there love Cam. And obviously the players like Cam. They're playing a little bit better with Cam in there. Cam's going in and immediately in limited action, putting points on the fucking board.
Yeah.
The guy can still play.
Yeah.
He's not the Cam of old. No one's saying that, but he's still a goddamn good player.
He's better than fucking Sam Darnold.
He's better than Sam Darnold, and he's better than the backup. All right. So I don't know off the top of my head if he's starting this week, but he has to be starting this week.
He is starting. They have named him the starter. He will absolutely come in, give that team some juice. We did see Washington come out and play a game that we thought that they were capable of playing last week. We've been waiting for the fucking Washington football team to show up, and they finally did. But it's not going to matter. I got the Panthers winning this game. I have them covering the 3.5 points because I think Cam gives that team a ton of juice. And interesting storyline for this game is Cam, back with the Panthers, gets to go up against his former head coach in Riverboat Ron. He is going to want to perform well. He's going to want to put up points and show.
And Riverboat Ron missing his biggest defensive star, Chase Young, who's out for the year. With that ACL.
Yeah, so that really hurts Washington. There's a ton of storylines in this game. I think Cam comes out. I don't know if he's going to put up unbelievable numbers, but I can see Cam accounting for 3 total touchdowns. I don't think the yards will be there, but I think he can account for 3 total touchdowns, probably 1 passing, maybe 2 rushing.
You know what? I think Cam comes out feeling himself. He's going to come in some fly outfit looking like he's a fucking villain out of some Daffy Duck fucking film or some bullshit.
I love his
or he's going to have that island boy hair or whatever, the stupid fucking TikTok idiots. Some stupid shit. He's going to be feeling himself, especially after last week. Like, he felt himself fucking last week when he was in the pregame stuff, getting in the Cam's face and stuff.
Back!
You're going to see that Superman. I think he feels himself. I think that even on a limited offensive playbook, because he's not going to know everything that Matt Rule has in a week and a half or so, I think we're going to see 250 plus passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Cam's going to be over 50 yards rushing as well. I would say actually 75 yards rushing. I think that he's going to be that difference maker on the team.
Mm-hmm.
I liked what I saw out of Washington last week playing against the Bucs, who are one of the best teams in the NFC, probably top 3. Very good chance of going to NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. But for them to just come out of their bye looking like absolute dog water, fucking stupid. I don't know how Brady does that. I don't know how Arians allows that to happen. I'm pretty sure Arians corrects that shit this week, and we'll
And Arians
obviously
kind of
talk
tossed
about
Tom under the bus, and Tom was not happy about that. I'm pretty sure he had a very short press conference. He was there for about 1:36, I think is what it was. And then he's like, all right, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, that's look. So line right now on ESPN, Carolina -3.5. I'm riding high on Cam being there with the Panthers, playing back at home, getting those fans behind him. The fans are going to be excited to see him. Christian McCaffrey's healthy, and I got the Carolina Panthers winning -3.5 all day.
I got Panthers as well, and I think this is going to be a Cam coming out party, a big fuck you to Riverboat Ron for the way things went down, because I don't believe that separation was a good one at all.
Yeah, I don't think so. I like Ron Rivera. I would like
too.
I would like to think that the relationship between Cam and Riverboat Ron is okay, but I honestly don't know how that went down. Kind of gut tells me that it wasn't a great separation, but they kind of kept it a little bit out of the media. But regardless, I think it's even less for Cam about going against Rivera. I think it's just about him being back at home with his team, getting fans behind him, and feeling that kind of energy that he had when he first got there in Carolina. This is back home, back where he wants to be, back in the NFL. He's going to ride that energy, get the rest of the team picked up around him. Panthers -3.5 all day.
You got Cam accounting for 3 touchdowns. I am accounting for 3 touchdowns, expecting a big game out of Cam. If you can get a bet that says Cam's going to account for 3 touchdowns, take that bet. Trust me, take that fucking bet. I'm going to look for it after we're done with this.
Absolutely.